What's up? Thank you for joining us for yet another week of nerdy news and rumblings and whatever the hell else we feel like talking about, because it's our show and we do what we damn well please. Yeah. I'm Bert.
I'm Alan.
I'm Jeff.
And let's go ahead and get some news out of the way.
Let's get newsy.
Conk.
Gonk droid.
I had a little bit of, let me see if there was anything else concerning Flash stuff. Apparently, Kevin Smith is going to be directing an episode of The Flash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which he is a huge Flash nerd. He actually had 2 parts on his Fat Man on Batman, where Kreisberg came by.
Oh, awesome.
And did a huge interview. It was really good.
I'll have to listen to those.
He's a huge Flash fanboy and absolutely loves the show, so that's going to be... I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think his is actually one of the last episodes of the season, too.
Oh, wow.
So that's going to be
it'll be probably a big doozy one, yeah.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Next song.
Oh, they're already Netflix is already reportedly talking about doing a spinoff for The Punisher.
Yep.
And his own Netflix television series.
Oh yeah, I haven't even seen it and I'm excited.
Oh.
Yeah. And they've already greenlit a second season of Jessica Jones.
Yep.
Oh, awesome. These shows are awesome.
They're getting it right, son.
Yeah. These shows are great. It's going to be a good time to be a Netflix user. All right. We all knew this was coming. Heroes Reborn got canceled.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I'd seen something where
I
it got
thought it was
canceled.
just like a mini or something.
I'd heard, yeah, exactly. Another place had said that it was originally intended as just like a little miniseries.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't.
The whole thing, from what I saw, it got canceled. Maybe it didn't even finish what it was supposed to do.
Dang.
Man.
But
rough.
I don't know if they were opting for a second season, but shit ain't happening.
I just thought it was like a mini series event thing.
No, I think from what I understood, it was like back. I mean, it had the whole like, big storyline, and
well, they didn't market it that very well, then, did they?
Oh. Hashtag NBC.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. What else we got?
Had Guillermo del Toro is apparently going to head up Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Oh, man,
TV show.
Yeah.
I think it's a TV
cool.
show.
That's cool, man.
And I want to say it might have been, they might be developing it for CBS Films. This is coming from CBR. And it's the one that the book that we all grew up with those really creepy illustrations.
I still remember those, man. They
what is it?
Down. It's Scary Story. What was it called again?
It was Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
It had that really creepy black and white art. I always bought them from book fairs at our schools.
Yeah, it was like the Scholastic book fairs that they would come.
There was a series of them because they had sequels. It was like 2 and 3. I think I had 2.
That's not ringing any bells for me.
It was written by
it was like
Alvin Schwartz.
The book version of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Word.
But they were like
goosebumps.
But they were actually scary.
Yeah, they were scary. I mean,
yeah.
It was some pretty creepy. This lady, in one of them I read, the lady grew a boil on her. It just kept getting bigger and bigger, and the whole story is just this lady trying to figure out what this boil is, and then one day it pops open and there's spiders.
Oh, that's a kid's book?
Yeah, dude.
Get out of here. I guess not anymore, though. It'd be all hand-holdy today.
Yeah, butterflies would have popped out her face.
Yeah, and glitter.
Glitter bomb.
Rainbow.
Oh, and to wrap up the Guillermo del Toro stuff, apparently Pac Rim 2 is not dead.
This is going to be like flipping a coin with this story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's canceled. Yeah, it's still back. I'll finish script. No, it's officially dead now.
Milk's good for you.
Not.
No, it's not really. Nope. Turns out milk is good for you. Nope. Actually, it's not.
Nope, still not good.
So
it looks like or moving on. We're moving on.
Yeah. Move
on. MPH Neil Patrick Harris is might be cast as Count Olaf.
Yeah.
In Lemony Snicket's series being made by Netflix.
Oh wow, that'd be neat.
That was the guy that Jim Carrey played in the movie, which I actually really enjoyed that movie.
I never saw it, but I do like MPH.
Yeah,
I do like Netflix.
He's good. I just watched. I watched the last half of Gone Girl.
Still hadn't seen that.
That was pretty good.
The one with MPH and
Affleck. It was
that part. Did you see that part?
Oh, where near the end?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was weird.
with Rosamund Pike and NPH with the razor blade or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah, that was brutal.
a
It was
piece.
brutal.
Is that on
Anatomy.
Netflix?
Yeah.
It was on. I think I saw it on HBO.
Oh, okay.
It was brutal. Yeah, it was pretty brutal. It's good.
I still haven't watched it, but
Weird movie, and it's kind of a downer, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, little bit of Lemmy news. Actually, Jack Daniels is going to release a single barrel whiskey in honor of Clemster.
That's
Lemmy.
awesome.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, man. With all these deaths, it's kind of a bummer, but it's cool when bigger companies will do something like that to honor. And of course, it has to be Jack Daniels for Lemmy, man.
Yeah.
And we didn't even talk about this because a lot of this stuff has happened since the last episode. But first we had Lemmy dying, then we had David Bowie, and then Alan Rickman went last. Oh, and
Grizzly Adams.
Grizzly Adams.
Grizzly Adams, that's right.
2016 needs to chill the fuck out.
You seen the? I'm sure you guys have seen the memes going around, where it's just a picture of George Railroad Martin, and it said director of 2016.
Oh yeah. Everybody dies.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you put the picture up on. Alan put the picture up on Facebook. I don't know if you saw it, but one of the electronic billboards that we have in town
I did see it.
had the always
That was
Alan
awesome.
Rickman
I don't know
Memorial.
where it was at. I just saw somebody on my feed posted
It's the one
it
on Hoffmeyer
their
Road.
page. Okay.
Right across from the Salvation Army,
Okay.
because they had one whenever Leonard Nimoy died. They did the same.
Oh, really?
thing. Yeah.
I just thought that was really cool.
No, yeah, that's super neat, man.
Whoever runs that and puts those and makes those and puts those up there, you're like, yeah, good job.
Yeah,
Good
we were
job.
driving down the road, and Michelle was like, holy shit, they got something up there for Alan Rickman. And, I look up, and you see the Deathly Hallows
Yeah.
right up there. It was awesome. It was really cool.
Yeah, that was probably the out of all those, that was probably the hardest kick in the balls for me. Was him. So.
It's brutal. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. There's been so many. What else we got?
I got going back to kind of the DC TV stuff. Apparently, they're going to adapt the Alan Moore Superman story in the Superman annual.
Whatever happened to the Man of Tomorrow?
No, the
Oh, the Mongo?
yeah,
Oh, okay. The birthday Mongo
yeah,
thing? Okay, yeah.
where he attaches the plant to his chest
his
and he
chest.
goes into the alternate reality
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
They're going
That's a
to
good
adapt
story.
that for Supergirl.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I need to
Mongol
watch
might be
this show,
in.
man.
It sounds like it's. I mean, firing on all cylinders. They had a shot with Martian Manhunter and her flying through the sky, and it just looked awesome as shit. Because
that's
on
cool.
TV, you got Supergirl and Martian Manhunter like flying.
That's
there.
awesome,
It
dude.
looked really cool.
That is so cool. I really do need to check this show out. I have yet to watch it. I feel like I'm falling behind. It's too much to watch out there, man.
Seriously, there really is. Especially
Too
once
much.
the seasons pick back up from the second half.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be intense. This week.
Is it this week?
Coming
I
up,
think
coming
so.
up. Yeah.
Well, I guess I better go home and
This is-
finish Flash and Arrow.
This is DC week. Is what they've coined it. Hashtag DC week.
Legends of Tomorrow starting up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Thursday. Yeah.
So now we're going to have 3 DC TV
And,
shows on CW.
On Tuesday is the Justice League documentary thing before
God.
Flash or
The what?
after Flash. There's gonna be like a Becoming Justice League or something like that. It's like a Justice League documentary they're doing before Flash.
Huh.
There's that, and then Flash, and then Arrow, and then Legends of Tomorrow on Thursday.
There's too much shit to watch.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's gonna be a lot.
Speaking of things coming back.
The
for
X-Files is starting up.
Oh, yeah,
next
the
weekend.
6-episode mini.
Shit, yeah.
They're already talking about. I just read that yesterday or the day before, where Chris Carter has already he had pinned a movie to, so we might be actually getting like a third theatrical movie, I guess, depending on how this goes.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be really cool. I'm
Yeah,
kind
that'd
of
be
staying
really
away
awesome.
from it though, because I haven't gone all the way back through X-Files like I had intended to. I kind of started flying around in Enterprise a lot.
Oh,
I've been watching a lot of Star
Well, you
Trek.
can't go wrong.
Yeah. I only got like a season and a half left, man. I think I'm going to do it.
Make it all the way to the end.
I got to do it, man.
So check this out, man. One of these DC shows is going to be hinting at the Legion of Superheroes.
Oh, yeah. I think I want to say that it was Supergirl.
Oh, really?
I think
in
so.
the article in Bleeding Cool, the article didn't say when I saved it or whatever.
I think it's Supergirl because they're gonna try to take like the whole Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes kind
Explain
of thing.
this to me.
Legion of Superheroes it was more like a Superman thing, you know. It was like Silver Age probably.
Yeah, Silver Age, and it was really about it was really with like the Superboy stuff back in the Silver Age.
That's right. Yeah.
So is that his kid, or is that just another?
No, Superboy's just young Superman.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It's Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he travels, or they travel into the past, and then eventually bring him into the future.
Are they from like the 31st century or
31st
something?
Century. Yeah, they're basically like the Justice League of that time, I guess.
No.
I haven't read a whole lot. I do have the big Marv Wolfman Legion story with Apocalypse,
Oh yeah, yeah.
where he like takes over. I don't remember what it's called. I haven't read it yet, but it was apparently like
From Marvel?
no.
Oh, there's an Apocalypse in DC too.
God damn it! I always do that. Dark Side.
Oh, okay.
Every time.
Same guy.
No, I wasn't trying to correct you. I was
No,
like, oh, there's
yeah,
another.
yeah.
They have an Apocalypse as well.
I'm glad you did. Yeah, Dark Side.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's the one with the Omega beam.
Omega beams. Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, the story's supposed to be really good, but it's like that 80s like style comic where it's like frame, dialogue. You know, it's a lot to get through.
Yeah.
It's like Crisis, but from what I hear, it's a good read.
I mean, they could put that into Legends of Tomorrow with the whole time travel aspect.
They most definitely could. Yeah, that would be awesome. It could be in. Yeah, it could be.
I'm excited for that show, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Me too, dude. I'm really excited. I mean, it's a lot, but it's exciting times.
And they put so I might be able to run through it before it starts up. I was on Hulu last night, and they put season 1 of Agent Carter back up in its entirety before season 2 starts. Because they take it down like they do most of their shows.
At one point, I thought that the first season of Agent Carter was on Netflix.
No,
Is it not?
No.
Okay.
But I just saw like they have like a catch up on it before season 2,
Yep.
so they reloaded the whole like first
That's
season.
good.
So I might try to watch. There's just too
That
much.
was kind of them.
Too much stuff, dude.
More TV stuff coming into the second half of the seasons that are coming out. Princess Leia is going to be popping up in Star Wars Rebels.
Oh, nice.
Not voiced by Carrie Fisher.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because Carrie Fisher, her voice kind of sounds like this.
Yeah, it's
She's
not really-
got kind
oh,
of
not
an
really a
older,
young
more
Leia
gravelly voice.
anymore.
Oh, Star Wars news. We're going to talk about Star Wars for a little bit because we have to on every episode.
You going into that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obligatory Star Wars news.
Dude, rumored James Earl Jones is going to be in Rogue One as Vador.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Which totally makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that would be so awesome.
What?
Like, please.
What?
Which, I mean,
They'll make
all
that
he'd have to
happen.
do is do the voice.
They'll make that happen.
Yeah.
They will, man. That's
How
the
about-
thing.
Because he did the voice for Vader in Rebels.
Oh,
He's totally down for it.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's
They just keep like peeling off little bits of Rogue One to where I'm like, oh, they're putting. And my assumption in my mind is it's just like a Spec Ops movie where these people that we don't know are infiltrating and getting the Death Star plans, but they're slowly like, hey, we might put characters in there. I just assumed they weren't going to. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Darth Vader might be in there now. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
And dude, at that point, Palpatine is the Emperor. Ian McDiarmid's not that old. I mean, he's old, but he's not old enough that you couldn't slap some makeup on him and put a robe on him.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Awesome, man. Awesome. All right. So, hey, remember when we were talking about, or when you guys read all of that George R.R. Martin, like basically saying, R.R.
George Railroad Martin. That's his legal name. Frankie's laughing. It's true.
Railroad.
Yeah, George
So-
Railroad Martin.
So he can't finish, or like he wasn't going to finish the book before the television show. And he's like,
I think we all kind of saw that coming.
Yeah, right. He's apologizing for it, but it turns out like if you put his books up to like the Harry Potter series, he's kind of like almost right on track as far as like how the time in between his other books. So I guess what the article is saying is that he's kind of right on track, even though the show is obviously moving faster than what he's writing. But
Because they're almost doing a season per book.
yeah, but
per year.
and they're on the 6th season, so they probably saw this coming like 3 seasons ago, like, we're gonna pass this dude, you know, just because the way he writes. And apparently he let's see, he was kind of, I think he's writing faster than Tolkien did when he was writing The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings.
I mean, think about it. I mean, this guy's making an entire world.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I mean, he's it sucks that he's gonna pass, or the TV show's gonna pass him, but you know, you don't want to have to sacrifice any of the quality of the work for it.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd rather wait longer and get quality stuff.
So turns out old Railroad Martin ain't so bad after all.
You need to stop writing 2016 though. Calm down with that shit.
Killing motherfuckers, man. Come on.
You stop killing off my childhood.
None of the big Friends reunion that's been making the rounds. Matthew Perry ain't going to be there.
I've heard about that.
I think David Schwimmer put the kibosh on it.
Really? Another one?
Yeah.
The only one that I heard so far was Matthew Perry, and it's not like a reunion show where they get together and have like another episode or something like that. It's them just sitting down, and it's a tribute to one of the directors that did, I think it was like 15 episodes of Friends.
Oh, okay.
And it was just basically kind of like a sit down thing and just reminiscing, I guess, about this director. And Matthew Perry is in London, I think, practicing for a play or something that he's in. And I think they said he might like teleconference in or send a video or something like that, but he's not going to be there with the rest of them.
Oh, shit. Well,
so much for that.
And they might be dropping like flies, huh? So you heard another one might be out too.
Schwimmer.
These aren't no friends of mine. So I missed something in our obligatory Star Wars news. Apparently Marvel announced that they're going to do a Poe Dameron series. Charles Soule is going to write it.
Yes. What?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I only read part of the article. I just got so excited about it.
And it's ongoing. It's not like a 4 or 5 issue miniseries like the Leia and that kind of stuff. It's an ongoing.
Are those the ones that you guys get to? You get Marvel?
No.
Oh shit. Well,
which I'll go into some of the comic book stuff, the trials and tribulations of being a comic book fan in Florence during my little individual stuff later.
Yeah, I'll probably get. I mean, I'm just buying trades, but I'll be excited to read that. I think that'll be some interesting stories, man. He's the new Han, I think. You know, I mean, nobody's gonna be Han, but he's gonna be like that fighter pilot, that part of Han that was kind of close to Top Gun, in a way. You know, that really arrogant sort of part of it. I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Dude, speaking of being excited and movies and shit, here's the slate for what we're looking forward to this year. February of this year is Deadpool. Then in March, we got Batman, Superman. May is Civil War. Also in May, X-Men Apocalypse.
Damn.
June, Ninja Turtles 2. August is Suicide Squad. November is Doctor Strange. December is another Star Wars movie. And then I think October of next year is going to be the Gambit movie that may or may not be made, may or may not have Channing Tatum.
Damn.
Oh, no, he's in it. They're filming in New Orleans right now.
They are? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Damn. Filming in New Orleans.
Dude, that's like 8-9 movies.
Where's Ghostbusters in there?
Oh, they didn't even have...
That's in June July, right?
I think this is... The page that I was reading this off of Facebook has been shitting on the Ghostbusters movie because they're... Well,
they're
they don't like it for
women. They can't.
They don't like it for whatever reason, but I think Ghostbusters is somewhere, I want to say.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's around the middle of the year.
Oh man.
So you mentioned the Turtles movie coming out. Have you guys seen any of the stills from that game?
I saw one of them.
The game that's still not confirmed as a game.
Yeah, and the stills are already out and everything.
The screenshots and the achievements have already leaked and everything. And they still haven't announced the game as being a game.
The one being made by Platinum?
Mutants in Manhattan.
It looks like the Transformers game.
It does. The article I read said
the Turtles.
Said that I didn't play the Transformers game, but they said that game was pretty fun.
Me neither. It just came out like in September of last year.
I heard that it was pretty good.
It looked cool.
I'm down to play another fun Turtles game. I haven't really played one in a long time. Maybe Super Nintendo, you know.
Turtles
That's all
in
you
Time.
need.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Turtles in Time.
That's all. Man, that was my jam. Shit,
The
that
one-
was my jam when I was like 22, and I'd get high as fuck. I'd fucking play Turtles in Time. Me and my roommate, dude.
The
All
one,
the way through.
the one they did off of the animated movie was pretty good. It was really short and easy, but it was fun. The TMNT movie.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh yeah. I got the that Turtles smash up thing that was made by the guys who did Smash Brothers. There was the fighting game for the animated Turtles movie. It was pretty fun.
I wish they'd re-release those fighting games that came out. The Tournament of Champions.
Oh
or whatever the hell they were
yeah.
called.
Tournament Fighters.
Yeah.
You can pick those up on cartridge from. I think Matt's got them for like $10 or $15 for the
Did they
cartridges.
move?
Yeah, they moved into the.
Where?
Again, the that bigger shop that was like 2 or 3 doors down.
There's still
So
the
this
same plaza.
3 doors down. I see what I did there. You see what I did there?
That's a band.
Yeah, they moved into the bigger shop. There's a couple doors down from them.
Okay.
So they got like
They got
2
more
or
stuff in
3
there?
times more space. I think so. It looked like it.
Cool.
Nice.
I need to go in there again.
Yeah, I haven't been in there since they moved.
So check this out. This is kind of some bad news, I guess.
Oh, sweet.
Yay!
It looks like, and this is from Movie Pilot, so sometimes they're full of it. But it looks like Arrow and Flash.
You guys.
I know. Arrow and Flash could be leaving Netflix.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
that too.
yeah. Alan was talking about this a couple days ago.
Yeah, which is kind of a bummer. But I guess they would talk about doing their own streaming service, or maybe it says something about CBS. I don't know if they're part of CBS, so maybe they would be on.
They're the
CBS.
CEO of the CW.
Oh, that's-
CBS
yeah.
owns half. CW stands for CBS and Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay.
CBS owns half of it. Warner Brothers owns half of it. And Alan's actually the one that gave me the most information about it. It looks like they're might be pulling their content from Netflix whenever their contract and license runs out with Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And they will the CW will either have their own dedicated streaming service for like $4 or $5 a month, or it might be either an add-on to CBS's existing streaming service, or it might just go on CBS's streaming service, which is, I want to say, $6 or $7 a month.
Yeah.
It'll probably be like what they do for Showtime and Hulu, where you got to pay an extra incentive on top of what
Yeah.
you're already paying to get access to it. Which, by the way, they're doing a free weekend right now. I should probably go check that out. Being as it's like Sunday evening, and I just figured this out this morning.
With the Showtime stuff?
Yeah, you can watch. The
Yeah,
Showtime
I watched
stuff for free.
most of Intimidation Game at my mom's house. Pretty good.
Nice.
Sweet.
Which, with the stuff leaving Netflix, I think Ellen and I talked about this a little bit, about like the pros and cons, but I mean, on one hand, it sucks because Netflix is really easy to use. It's on there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I like it that way. But at the same time, these guys got to make money.
Mm-hmm.
And if this gets some more money and allows them to make better episodes, put more production stuff behind it.
Would you guys get the CBS streaming service?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna get it anyway because Star Trek.
Yeah, at some point I'm going to have to get it anyway because of Star Trek. But
That's happening. It's Star Trek.
and I mean, with a lot of those shows, I mean, even if I do watch them on Netflix whenever they release, I'll still buy the box set whenever
There you
Best Buy puts
I'm
them
the
down to
same way.
$15 or something. So I mean, I'll get around to watching them at some point, but
Nice.
that kind of stinks because I kind of enjoy like binging through an entire season of
Yeah,
Arrow whenever it
most
goes up.
definitely.
Because usually what happens is I'll start out watching the new season like as it airs on actual like network TV, and then I'll miss like 2 episodes and not go back and watch those, and then I'll just stop watching it and just wait for it to come out on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Did y'all see the trailer for 10 Cloverfield Lane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it
and
did.
it comes out in March.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's already
Freaking
done.
John Goodman, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And they're
had
like in a
no
bunker?
idea about this at all.
Yeah, it's
And
a Cloverfield sequel.
It looks so awesome.
I liked the movie, the first one.
I did too.
Way back when
Do
it
you,
came out.
do you think it's like a spiritual successor, or do you think it's like actually like taking
No,
place
I think
during
it's in the same
those
world,
events?
and I think it's not during. I think it's after, where they
Ooh.
didn't have any. They couldn't contain the shit from going down, and
Yeah.
they're just running. They're just running.
They
amok.
couldn't contain the Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they died. I mean, like the last thing that we saw in the movie. Was,
Everybody dying.
Yeah.
Everybody. Killing everybody.
So I think they're in bunkers. Some people might be kind of like the Fallout situation.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it was cool to see John Goodman like in a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been a
John
minute.
Goodman's awesome.
Yeah.
He's great.
I was also glad that it's not like the shaky cam.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's
Mockumentary
kind
kinda
of run
thing.
its course.
Yeah.
They were cool. When
Thanks
they
a
were
lot,
coming
Blair
out.
Witch Project. Jesus.
That's probably the first one.
Possibly, maybe still the best one.
Wow,
I haven't seen that one in a
Blair
minute.
Witch Project is good.
it is not good.
It
It's
is
just
good.
Boring.
It's not boring. It's good. It's scary, man.
It is not scary.
It is scary.
No,
That was
it's
scary
not.
whenever I watched it.
This is the whole argument behind that movie. It still continues to this day. Right when the movie came out, one guy's going, "This shit sucks," and the other guy's going, "Dude, it's scary as fuck."
No.
It's scary, man.
No.
Especially the first time you see it and you don't know about it.
No, the end, man.
Yeah, the
It's
end.
so
The end is
dumb.
the end is the most terrifying part of the whole movie because you never see
Standing in
anything.
the corner.
I know, but it's terrifying.
Nothing's there.
But you don't.
It's not scary.
We can have the Blair Witch. Is it scary? Is it not? Discussion.
Maybe-
There's no
we'll
more
do it.
discussion. It's
No,
not
there is
scary.
discussion.
Maybe we'll do a commentary. We'll Mystery Science Theater 3000 that thing.
All right, one of y'all waste money and buy it, and then I'll
I
sit
got it
there and
on
make fun.
VHS.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I got it on VHS.
All right,
We can rock this shit.
on VHS. You kids know what that is?
As it should be watched.
Oh man. Hey, I thought this was cool. Ryan Coogler's going to direct that Black Panther movie. I don't know if you
Yeah.
have that
Word.
already, but that's worth mentioning. I think we might have
Who's the director of Creed?
Yeah, you
Yes,
know what else
yeah,
is worth mentioning? He didn't get nominated.
bullshit.
You know what else is also worth mentioning? No African Americans got nominated
Or
for
any-
anything.
no minority,
no
period.
minorities. All
Stallone got nominated for that movie.
well, because he's Stallone in that role. It's it's him.
I know, but I mean, everybody. I didn't see the movie, but from what you hear, everybody was really good. I mean, it was just.
Oh yeah, no.
you know,
I think that.
somebody else in the
I
movie.
mean, I'm glad
should've
he got
gotten
nominated, but the
Yeah.
rest of it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like, is the Academy trying to tell me like there were no actors that were minorities that were at least as good as any of these white people?
Also, you know who's hosting the Oscars, right? Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
Ought to be good.
And I'd heard that like the committee that nominates these people is like 2% African American, 2% Latino, and like 0.5% or maybe no Asians.
It's
It's
just
a bunch
weird.
of old white people.
It's really weird, man. It's not weird. It's just stupid.
It's going to be really awkward for a lot of people whenever Chris Rock's hosting this thing, or at least I hope it is, because it should be.
It should be awkward.
Yeah.
It should
That's
be
a load of
super
crap.
awkward. But that's exciting though, because I heard that movie kicks ass, and I still want to go see it.
Yeah.
So having him tied to Black Panther movie, that's good news.
And the guy who's going to start writing the Black Panther comic is Ta-Nehisi Coates. Just had like a bestseller come out not too long ago, talking about just like African American culture and that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
that's cool.
He's a big name in that kind of writing in literature, and a fairly well-known author. And he's going to be writing the Black Panther stuff, which is really cool. It's kind of like G. Willow Wilson, woman, Muslim, writing a girl Muslim character.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well-known
Yeah.
like black activist guy writing Black Panther. So it should be pretty good.
Pretty good.
Either won the Pulitzer or some kind of award or something.
He won an award or something.
It was something.
He just
But he's
He won-
supposed
he
to be a
won a
very good
thing.
writer. He won a thing for something.
I've got more, but my phone is being really retarded right now. All of my technology is being stupid today. Actually, none of it's working right.
No,
So yeah, I don't have any more news.
I'm
I'm all
spent.
done.
I blew my load.
what?
Huh?
I went on a space adventure there for a minute. Sorry, I'm back.
All right, you wanna take a break?
Sure,
back to some,
let's do it, man.
That's that.
Taking a break.
All right, we'll be back in just a few moments with some more not the news. See you guys in a second.
3, 2, 1.
We're back by popular request.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got. I think Heve is going to talk a little bit about a little road trip that he had over the weekend, and I'm going to go into some more comic book stuff. And Alan's going to burp intermittently.
That's all I got. I'm out.
So guys, I took a trip to Charlotte this weekend. My wife.
My wife.
My wife and I, we went to see. She was awesome and got me tickets to see Randy Newman in Charlotte. And anybody that knows me knows that
That's a bucket list for you there, right?
That's it, man. Randy Newman, like, I don't have to see anybody else the rest of my life. Like, that could be it, for me, And it was super awesome. I thought the show was amazing. And my friends had seen him before, but it was more of like just Randy Newman and his piano, so it's just him up there singing songs, and he was taking requests. So it was kind of personal, but they said that he was like, he was forgetting lyrics, and he's an old guy, you know what I mean? So he was like forgetting some shit, and they said it was awesome, but they'd like to have seen him with something like a symphony. So I was super stoked to see that, because you're going to see rehearsed songs and songs that are, he's going to be on point, and that whole thing. It was and they actually did, like, he started off with songs that he did on some of his early records, like Sail Away and just off his self-titled one, Randy Newman, which, if you haven't listened to those, like, that's really good. That's why I like Randy Newman so much. And I mean, for those of you who don't know, he did most famously the Toy Story movie, the You Got a Friend in Me, and he's done a handful of other songs that had some commercial fame. But he also did the scores for those movies too. So he did the score for Toy Story, all of the Toy Story movies. I think Monsters Inc. He's done a lot of the more recent Disney movies. He's done. I didn't know this, but he performed some of the music, like since he had the symphony there, he did some of the music from, like, some of the score from Toy Story.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, which was really neat. And then he also did the music for Maverick. Do you guys remember that?
Oh,
Mel
wow.
Gibson? Yeah.
Yeah,
The
awesome.
movie remake with Mel Gibson and James.
I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Mel Gibson, though. Yeah, he was Maverick. Anyway, he did all of the music.
James Garner,
yeah, the original Maverick.
There you go. Yeah. He did all the music for that, and that was really awesome, because it had this, like, whenever they performed the music, it had this, like, what is that American composer? It had that whole Western feel to it. I don't remember who that Alex would kick my ass right now. Anyway, William Tell, maybe. I don't know. I don't think that's right. Anyway.
Do with the apple?
Yeah. I don't think that's right at all.
Shoot the apple off your head?
Yeah.
That William Tell?
So it had I thought that was really neat. He did the music for that. He did the music for also that Robert Redford movie, The Natural.
Oh my God. I love that movie.
Yeah, he did the music for that too. And he performed music from that, and that was awesome. That was really cool. Because if you recall the music for that, I thought it was cool because it had this whole dreamy quality. Like, every time he went up to the bat, it was it was that whole E.T. feel, where it's like really dreamy sounding music, because every time the motherfucker goes up to bat, he hits a home run, Anyway, he did the music for that.
Movie's dope, dude.
Dude, it is. Really
I love that movie. It's probably one of my favorite sports movies ever.
Yeah, it was great, and I didn't even realize he did that. And if you get on iTunes and just look up Randy Newman, I mean, he's done tons of music. He's a prolific songwriter. Yeah, I mean, it's tons and tons of music. But it's he just released some solo records too, and all of those are still on point. And even in his scores, like, you can hear him. You can hear Randy Newman in it. Like, you can hear in his chord changes and just what he does, the chords he decides to use, and just some of the licks. It's all still Randy Newman, and that's what makes it so cool, because for me, that was like the first time I really grasped onto an artist like that, and I could recognize his style even when he's not singing. I could recognize his piano playing kind of thing, a very distinct sort of style. And it, for some reason, it's just, even when I was a kid, I used to watch Major League a lot. And the very first song is the song called, or when the title track comes up, when they're starting the movie. It's Randy Newman. That's a Randy Newman song. It's Burn On. Yeah. It was on one of his albums in the 70s, but it's totally like right then it was like, I really like this music. I've had this like connection with it. But I went and saw him, and it was super great. He told this really funny Paul McCartney story. He said he and Paul McCartney had managed to avoid each other all these years, but they finally, like, here recently got together and were backstage and were on a couch talking or whatever. And there's a lot of security around, and the security guy comes up and, like, whispers something in Paul's ear, and then Paul McCartney's like, "Excuse me 1 minute," and he just, like, hops over the couch, just, like, hops over it. Randy Newman, he looks at it and goes, "What the fuck?" He goes, "You just jumped over that couch." And Paul McCartney's like, yeah. Randy Newman goes, I couldn't have done that shit with a pole vault. And then he goes, I mean, how many different ways can you get beat? It's Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's 89, jumping over couches.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, he's no spring chicken anymore.
But it's neat, man. He was real down to earth sort of dude, and he just is. He's so used to like performing. You know, he's very natural on stage. I mean, he's just talking to you like we're talking to each other right now, but he's talking to 1,000 people like that.
Where was it?
In Charlotte at the Belmont Theater.
The Belmont.
Yeah, it was really, really awesome. And we hung out in Charlotte. The show got over. We went back to our hotel, and the next day we're riding back, right? And I've been looking at new guitars, trying to decide what kind of guitar I want to get. And I had seen this guitar on the Fender website, and I knew that Guitar Center had it. So I was like, well, I'll stop by Guitar Center because it's right there on Independence. I can just swing right
on the way out.
Yeah, yeah. And so I stop in Guitar Center and I walk in, and I know this is probably just opening. It was like 10:30. I think the place opens at 10. Usually they have a little greeter. The greeter wasn't there, so we walk in, and I'm looking around, and I see the guitar, and I'm kind of just waiting around because I worked in a music store for a long time. I don't want to be the presumptuous dude just to pick up the guitar and just hook everything up and start playing. I wanted to wait on a sales associate to come up and help me.
Proper music store etiquette.
Sure, yeah, because that's what I liked. But when I worked at a music store, I was a competent salesman. I would see the people, I'd see that they walk in, and I would know that they need to be greeted and asked if there's anything I could do for them, or if I can get a guitar off the wall. Let me know.
Yeah,
I need to make the customer know I'm there,
right,
and that they're there. Didn't fucking happen.
Nothing?
I'm in the store. I'm walking. I'm laying down all the hints. I know the hints. I work in the music, so I know how it goes.
It's not about the taking the reservation.
I know the cues. And I'm hitting them. I'm walking by the same guitar a lot. I'm eyeballing the same guitar. I'm looking around at the help desk. I'm doing all I need to do as a customer, aside from going, "Hey, motherfuckers, over here." Now, there was one guy working with a dude with an amp, but I still saw a bunch of other people working. It was probably 5 people up there total, And I eventually just had to get the guitar off the wall myself. I didn't want to do that. But I wanted to try out the fucking guitar before I had to, I got shit to do, goddammit. So I was in a hurry. So I grabbed the guitar and I plug up to an amp and I started playing it. And then the guy that was showing the amp, the sales associate that was showing the amp to the other guy, right? I'm in the middle of playing, and I'm playing or whatever, and he hooks up the amp and then turns his amp up louder than I'm playing. And then every time I would go to like play or just try to turn it up, he would start to play over me every time.
That's called a dick move.
Every time, dude. And I even tried it out one time. I was like, I just stopped, turned it up a little bit, played, and then he would start playing, but it would be a little louder, I was like, what the fuck?
Was this a salesman?
Yeah.
It was a salesman turning it up, not the guy who was...
Yeah, because the salesman was trying the amp out for the dude so the dude could hear it.
Yeah.
You're having a Wayne's World moment right here, dude.
And I'm not saying I'm the best player in the world, but, I'm not bad by any means, you know? So, like, if you hear me as a sales associate working in a music store, if I hear somebody that's competent with a guitar... This guy knows how to play. This guy knows what's up. He's holding a $1,300 guitar. He knows about this guitar, or he knows what's up. I need to go talk to him because
he might buy it.
I might make a sale today. Yeah. I hit all my cues, but nobody ever came up to help.
Nobody ever
came up.
Did anybody say hi to you at all?
No. We had eventually, maybe 5 minutes after we walked in, somebody walked by and was like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" That was it. It's like I could have walked out with that guitar if I'd wanted it. Like if I had sat down and like, this was the guitar. I didn't like the guitar that much, not for the price tag, but that's beside the point. I sat there and played. I even like played longer than I normally would, but I just kept getting this feeling like they were like, God, this guy's just coming in and noodling.
Yeah.
But it's like
It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, you still should come up and help me and see if I could. It was just it was typical of what I hear from Guitar Center, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I always hear that about the salespeople. They don't really know. They're not quite as knowledged, and they're not working on commission from what I hear, so there's no real incentive to get out there and sell shit.
They don't get commission for that?
Or at least if it is, it's like negligible.
Damn.
You know? I hear it's all hourly, mostly.
That's
Now
disappointing.
this was a few years ago. They could have switched their shit around, but I doubt it because they were going through some like money bankruptcy
Yeah,
issues.
they
or
were
something.
almost going in. They were almost bankrupt at one time a couple years ago, weren't they?
Yeah. It's just for me, it irked me enough to talk about it today because that's what I did for a long time. I was a music store sales associate, you know, and so, you know, it was like if I was a chef and walked in and somebody fucked up my soup, I'd be like, you motherfucker, you know. Yeah, let me show you how you did this wrong. I almost wanted to be like, you guys suck. You know? I could have walked out with this guitar today.
I mean, both of us still being in retail. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
it's very obvious whenever somebody fucks up in any kind of service industry.
yeah. I mean,
I think we're more willing to give people the benefit of the doubt just because we're in somewhat the same line of work, and you've done that exact same stuff before. It's like,
yeah. I mean, you're right, man. I mean, it's just common sales etiquette.
and it's not hard. It's
common
super easy.
Sales, a procedure. Yeah, I mean, this is what salespeople do. You greet every customer, and you make them feel like you need to be there. But you know, that's why the fucking place is bankrupt.
Yeah,
You hire fucking incompetent people, which is kind of always been the case. Like even when I worked at McFadden, I would go and work the Charleston store sometimes, and those dudes would be like, "Don't go talk to anybody in Guitar Center. Those dudes are dipshits." You know. And you know, you just the people at McFadden, or this dude anyway that I was talking to, he was in the music scene. You know, he knew what was up. So, and that's kind of the thing too. Like even when you go to any Guitar Center, like when I was on tour, I'd go to Guitar Centers, and it would just be the same old shit. You know, like,
and I get that vibe from a lot of specialty places more and more now. I mean, even going into like a Best Buy or somewhere like that, and you want to say like, "Hey, or somebody who's like working in the camera department. It's like, I'm looking at this lens. What's better about this lens than this other one?"
No.
And they have no fucking idea. They're like,
Right.
well, this one's and then they look at the tag,
specs. Yeah, it's
look
like,
at the
yeah,
specs,
I've read the
and
specs.
as soon as they look at that damn tag and start reading the specs off the tag, I'm like, no, I can read the damn tag and see what it says. I'm asking you because you work here and you obviously work in this department. Tell me about it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they know usually less than what I know. I'm like, this was pointless. Why did I even come here?
Yeah, it was a big letdown.
I don't think a place like that really has like Best Buy. I don't think they have, like, maybe except for like the Geek Squad people. I don't think they have like specialty assigned stations anymore. Like, oh, you're gonna know, but you know about cameras. We'll put you in this area. I think they're just walking all over the place.
And like a Best Buy, yeah,
Yeah,
I think so too.
I mean, it's not
Which is still-
Walmart
which is still
bad,
kind of a
but
bummer.
Well, still, I mean, to a certain degree, I don't understand that, but I mean, I still don't really think that's an excuse for not knowing what you should be responsible with, what kind of knowledge you should have for
Yeah.
performing your
well,
job
that's a
adequately.
whole hiring and training procedure situation right there. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, it's just like us working in a bookstore. I mean, I'm not a fucking writer, and I'm not a profuse reader. I mean, I do read, and I know what's good, but I also at least somewhat try to keep up, even though we're not on the floor hardly ever.
yeah.
I mean, still kind of try to keep up and know what's selling, what's not, what's
Yeah, I
good,
don't-
what's bad.
I don't read Dorothea Benton Frank, but
Yeah.
I know the type of person who does, and I could suggest that book to him.
Well, she's
as good
popular.
customer service.
Yeah.
she's popular here because she's from South Carolina, right?
right.
And that's, I mean, knowing that is part of
the
that
deal.
service.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're supposed to be knowledgeable about.
And and maybe these dudes, you know, maybe they did. Here again, I didn't fucking talk to anybody, so I don't even.
That's
know
that's
if
a
these
different
guys-
situation right
I
there.
don't even know if these guys knew what the fuck was up, you know. But I feel like, you know, like I said, you know, I'm a competent enough player that if they heard me play, they would have been like, "This guy knows what's up. Let me go talk to him." I didn't even get that. It was a bummer.
I mean, I could see if you were like a 10-year-old who was just
Yeah.
going in there, just like looking at the really nice guitars, like, ooh, there's a PRS. I've seen one of those before. Let me fiddle around with that for 10 minutes, and then Mom and I are going to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, 30-something-year-old
You're
man.
a certain 30-something-year-old dude, goes up, starts playing a guitar. Well,
I could walk out with any one of these fucking guitars. You know?
like, dude, you don't know how much fucking money I have to spend.
yeah,
And
exactly.
now I ain't spending any with you because you suck.
I think probably because of what you said, if it's true. I mean, it makes total sense if they don't get commission off of it.
Yeah.
And they're getting
hell, we
paid by
don't
the
get
hour. Who
commission-
gives a shit?
I don't get commission off of how many boxes I unload. I'd said something to my dad
I'm not
about
defending them.
I know.
That's probably a big
this.
problem with
that's,
that.
That's one of the reasons behind it.
If you, but at like a store like that, you would think that I don't know, the management would, the way that company would work, you would think that you would want people selling the stuff. And
Yeah.
if you want to sell them stuff, give them a reason to sell it.
And I it didn't really bother me too much that I didn't get greeted. I did see one dude working with the amp guy, right? And I saw another guy working with a guy in the acoustic room. So maybe they just had like a little rush and were understaffed. That happens. I get that, you know. But then when the dude started fucking
Yeah,
playing
that's bullshit.
over me,
Yeah.
you know,
That, I mean, even if you are understaffed and like everybody's helping somebody, if you're with somebody, say, give me 1 second, give me 30 seconds, I'll be right back. Let me go talk to this guy for 1 second and I'll be right back.
totally right.
Go
man.
talk to that one person who's not being held by anybody saying, hey, we're all really tied up right now. Give me 5 minutes with this guy and I'll be right back over to you. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
That's all it takes, and this conversation wouldn't be happening.
Yeah, man. It was a bummer.
And general customer service practices tend to elude people these days.
People.
So, yeah.
And I think I realized too that like, I think I'm just like out of Guitar Centers now. Like I think everything that I want to buy is not being sold there anymore. Like in the like I've already got the best that I could get from a Guitar Center.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, you know. Like
You've hit your Guitar Center level cap.
yeah, because the type of equipment they're carrying is like beginner to intermediate to kind of getting right above intermediate, but then they don't have anything for that player that's going to drop like $3,000 on a guitar.
If you were in Skyrim, you'd have to go to the next town because the town you're in right now, their store, the equipment they have is you kind of maxed out your equipment level for this one.
Exactly.
The Guitar Center took an arrow to the knee.
So yeah, that was my beef, man.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. And a Guitar Center used to be a place I look forward to going to, but it became less and less as I was on tour, and then this past experience, I probably won't go in there again.
Now, is that the big one? I mean, is that like the main?
That's a big one. Yeah.
Music store.
Them and like Sam Ash and there's like a few others maybe, but the Guitar Center is a big one, and it just sucks. Well, the one in Charlotte sucks anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway,
sorry, dude. You guys see Randy Newman though?
I did get to see Randy Newman, and that got marked off the bucket list. Man,
And Charlotte's
that was
awesome.
good.
Did he riff on it? He's like left foot, right foot.
No, but
There's
he's got
a little lady eating on the apple.
And he had a song about Putin that was amazing, dude. It was the whole thing. It was about like it had bears in it. Dude, it was amazing. The whole
Okay,
song.
whenever you said Putin, I didn't know if you were talking about like farting Putin or like Vladimir Putin.
Vlad Putin. Yeah.
Whole Vlad Putin.
Yeah. It's great. If you guys aren't familiar with Randy Newman, you should definitely
Go check him out.
go check him
You
out.
should probably be familiar from at least for one or two
Oh, yeah.
songs.
Yeah, most definitely. He also does the theme song for Monk. I didn't. I don't watch that
dude,
show.
I always
but
forgot about that.
I don't watch that show. Well, mainly because I don't think I have a way to watch that show. I don't know if it's on Hulu. Maybe it's on Hulu.
It was on Netflix at one point. I think
Yeah,
they might
it
have
used to
taken
be
it
on
off.
Netflix, I think.
It might still be there.
I don't know.
But
Oh,
I guess
either.
he does the music for that
No.
more recently. So good stuff. What else we got?
I went to the beach over their weekend, and since we don't have a comic shop
the
in
Myrtle
Florence,
Beach. The Myrtle Beach.
the beach of Myrtles, and went to there every time. Whenever I go to a larger city, I try to hit up the comic shop and see what they got and catch up on some stuff. And went to Coastal Comics at the beach, and got caught up on some Star Wars stuff. They had a pretty decent shop. I mean, they had looked like they had a lot of back issues.
I wasn't a fan of
new
it when I
stuff.
went, but it's been a while.
I didn't think it was bad.
I don't like its location. That's probably the main thing for me.
I think the location's awful.
Fucking out must well be in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, it's kind of between.
There's nothing else there.
It's between Myrtle Beach and
comic
Surfside.
shop. and then nothing else to go.
And it's on old 17. And when I say old 17, I don't mean like business 17. Old 17 is like the frontage road that's beside the actual business 17. It's a pain to get into and a pain to get out.
Yeah.
But I mean, really clean shop, really nice on the inside.
The people were nice to me when I went there.
Yeah.
I couldn't get over how long it took me to get there. I think was the main thing for me.
No.
But that's not the point that you're going for. So continue.
Oh, had a lot of all the new stuff, had old stuff. One of the cool things that I saw was they had like staff recommends racks and everything was like really nice and separated, and just seeing like all the different displays and stuff they had was really nice. Got caught up on some stuff, got some of the Superman issues that Max Landis was writing, the American Alien.
Okay.
I think it's up to issue 3. Really, really fucking good. It's really good. Picked up the first issue of the Lois and Clark series that just started.
Does the
I haven't
art
read
make
that
him
one
look
yet.
like Dean Cain?
Nah.
That's a missed opportunity.
I
then.
know. I think that was one of the ones that spun out of Convergence whenever they did the pre-New 52 Superman and Lois stuff.
Okay.
Got caught up on Star Wars, and then went to the Books A Million at, it's not Colonial Mall,
Grand Coastal.
Grand Coastal Mall. Colonial is one of the old ones.
There's one at both malls.
Yeah. There's Player's Choice is the one at Old Colonial.
Yeah.
That's the one with the arcades. And
Yeah.
just
That store's dope.
the old, it's basically got like a Matt's Game Exchange inside of it.
Yeah.
It's a really awesome store.
They got all these arcade. They got like probably 20, 30 arcade cabinets. They're a quarter each to play. I think a quarter 50 cent. They're pretty cheap.
Nice.
They got Turtles in Time and stuff in there. Good stuff. I mean, they got comic books, new comic books, old comic
Old
books,
comic stuff. They got
Toys.
old toys, new toys.
graphic novels, board games, video games. They got all kinds of shit, man.
About a quarter of the store is basically like a Matt's Game Exchange type situation with old vintage video games and all kind of stuff.
It's neat, dude. It's neat stuff.
That was kind of out of the way. So I went to, and I'd never been to Coastal Comics, and they're the guys who put on the Myrtle Beach Comic Con, or the Coastal Comic Con, whatever one it is. Went there and then went to Books A Million, and dude, I know I said something to y'all before. They bag and board all of their Marvel stuff and their indie stuff, and they have a lot of indie stuff.
That's crazy.
Like
they charge a little extra.
like
for the
Image, Boom, all kind of.
That's cover price.
same price.
Cover
Yeah,
price.
cover price.
That's killer. That's awesome.
They got
And-
a bunch of variants too.
Yeah, and they've got like the some Books A Million variants.
Mm-hmm.
It
They
was
had
weird. The DC stuff wasn't bagged and boarded.
last time I went in there. This was like when the Star Wars books were starting.
Mm-hmm.
Was last year whenever it started up, and they had a whole bunch of just BAM exclusive covers for
Yeah, I think,
for each different Star Wars book.
Books A Million had an exclusive cover for Dark Knight 3. I didn't see it there, but they had one.
Wow.
They were on the list for exclusive covers for that. And their graphic novel selection is actually really good.
Yeah.
It's still good.
They
I
have
didn't know they had it like that.
they have a butt ton of collectibles and stuff now too.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Pretty much
man.
like the entire front of the store is collectible stuff.
Yeah, it takes you a while to get to the books.
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
awesome.
Yeah.
And the books are still it's still kind of a clusterfuck. That hadn't really changed about Books A Million as far as like how they have their stuff organized. It's a little bit better than what I remember, but it's not quite as organized as what I think we have some of our stuff. But one thing that I liked about them was like whenever trends and stuff hit,
Dude,
they get on top of it.
They're all over it, man.
Yeah.
Like some of our displays are just kind of like repurposed and kind of jerry-rigged a lot sometimes. I mean, they had like an entire like display of all the adult coloring book stuff that's all the rage now.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you walk in, it's like a fucking wall of like dedicated display space for it.
Dang.
And it just looks nice and it looks deliberate and on purpose. But anyway, their graphic novel stuff. You know, whenever Marvel got the rights to all the Star Wars stuff, we had to return all of the Dark Horse Star Wars comics.
Yep.
They didn't do that.
Oh, really? So they still had them all?
They had a lot of older Dark Horse Star Wars graphic novels.
That's awesome.
And I'd been looking for the Brian Wood Star Wars series that had started up about a year before Dark Horse lost the rights. I'd been trying to find out a way to order those trades without getting them for $20-$30 a pop on Amazon or eBay or something. They had all three of them.
Damn.
I was like, I saw those things, like, yes.
You got them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they also had a buy two get one free on the graphic novel stuff. Like we just quit. So I ended up getting 2 of the Star Wars comics, and Witchblade, actually, from Image and Top Cow, had just stopped. They canceled Witchblade, and then they restarted it with like 2 separate series. And got the first issue of the new one that just restarted. It was actually really good. And 2 Star Wars, and then the 3 Brian Wood Star Wars trades.
Nice.
And 2 of them were bargain priced. I think the first volume was regular, like $15 or $20, and the other 2 were like $3 and $4.
Word.
I was really, really happy with getting those trades.
I like their bargain section, man. You find some really good stuff there.
Yeah.
You got to look though.
Yeah.
It's like going to.
Is it still like just really like a clusterfuck, like Bert was saying?
Yeah,
bargain stuff too.
The weird thing about that is their bargain stickers are like on the barcode.
Yeah, they're
and they don't have, like, last time I went, they didn't have like signs, like for it indicating that this was the bargain section. So just like a bunch of different books like on a table, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, I guess they don't have the bargain section here anymore. And I like turn it over and they got a bargain sticker. I'm like, okay, I'm in the right place. And then you just gotta look through all of it because they got like it's on a table, and then they got the little bookshelves on the bottom of the table with just spined stuff on. So you got to really look over there, but you can find some cool stuff. I got that. I need to get around reading it, but that Stephen King book about time traveling back in time to stop Kennedy
11,
assassination.
22,
20,
the show that's about to come out in February.
The DeFranco.
I got that for like $6, and that's like a $20 book.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think they just slapped the bargain stickers on stuff that they've had in stock for whatever amount of time.
Get it out of here.
Yeah. It's like the bargain graphic novels were just like in the graphic novel section, and it just said bargain priced up top.
Yeah.
No, word.
And whenever I got 2 of the Star Wars things, I just thought that somebody had, I mean, this is the graphic novel section. It's a clusterfuck to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought somebody had just put them in there. And whenever I rang up, it was like half of what I thought it was originally going to be, and looked on the receipt and just like flipped 2 of them over, and it's like bargain price $3.97.
Badass.
Got from like
and that's
15
when they
or
go
20. I was like, bam.
That's how we roll.
Bam.
Books a million. They got bam on. Yeah.
Bam. Like Emerald.
Yeah.
It's the Emerald. It's
like,
the Emerald Lagasse of bookstores.
Oh man, I just saved a bunch of money. Bam. Yeah, you did. That's how we roll.
It was had a good time.
Did you
this
get
weekend.
Apocalypse?
Nah.
That place, I like that one. It's over there by one of the Tangers, the one with the steak and shake next to it.
Oh yeah. I'd actually gone to the Tanger owned 501.
Yeah.
Going in, got me some new kicks because my old sneakers were literally falling apart.
Apocalypse is cool, man. They got a lot of good. When I was in there, they had a lot of good older, newer indie selection at the time.
Yeah.
So they pretty much like had all the new stuff that I was looking for. Like I remember when I was like really into it, a year or so ago, buying comics, and they had like a bunch that we couldn't get here for whatever reason. We're not going there, but I had made a list because I was going to go to the beach that weekend, and I like pretty much all the missing numbers that I needed. It was like 12 or 13 issues of different books all together, and I found all of them between Player's Choice and Apocalypse, except for like maybe like 2 comic books.
It's just really nice going places and finding things.
Good varieties, man.
Yeah.
I like going to places and finding things that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Dude, I was just really, really impressed with, like, they bag and board every single Marvel and indie thing the Books A Million has.
That's really cool, man.
That dude I talked to, he was real proud of it too.
What, the bag and board stuff?
What are the associates? He was real proud of it.
They had, I mean, I'm assuming that they do that by hand,
Yeah,
like
probably.
whenever they're stocking the stuff.
But I'd already had all the Star Wars books, and he's like, "No, we have variant covers in the Star Wars." And I was like, "I don't need it." But thanks, bro. He's like, "Are you going to all of them?" I'm like, "I'm good, buddy. Thank you."
Yeah,
Just let me get these comic books, please.
I'd gotten kind of jaded with Books A Million whenever they closed the store in Florence over here.
Mm-hmm.
And because really the only bookstore that I ever see is the one that we work at. And it's just kind of cool to go into a different one and see all the cool shit that they had and come away impressed.
I even remember they had a lot in the graphic novel section at Books A Million. Like
that's where I always went. Even whenever our store opened, I still went to Books A Million for the graphic novel stuff.
Yeah. And it's really cool, like, even though Books A Million can be kind of crazy sometimes, like, just like a little bit overwhelming. It's kind of cool just like to dive into a spot and
that's one thing
go
that I
right
kind of
through it,
like.
you
Is
know?
it's like that old bookstore style where it's just like, pfft, here it is.
yeah, and you just
You can find it if you own it, but it might be there, it might not.
yeah. I mean, I used to do the same thing with Manifest, the
Dude.
record store, CD
Yeah.
store.
Manifest was the shit.
I don't know that kids have that same feeling of just like going into a music store and just going to the metal punk section and just starting
flipping
starting
through.
at the A's.
Yep.
And just going through. This looks cool. I've never heard this band, so
No,
I'm
they get
gonna
on
buy it.
iTunes and go to top 20.
It was awesome time. I bought some really shitty CDs that way, but I also
Oh, yeah.
found some really good ones too. You know?
Yeah.
This one's got a tiger and a sword on it. This is gonna be good. But it's not good.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
My dad used to buy records because they'd have like a hot chick on it,
yeah,
like the art or whatever. Like, this girl's probably good.
I've done that
So
before.
he's got a lot of shit. He's got a lot of good stuff, but he's also got some shit too.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And that's that sucks that you don't get to experience that. But that's what's cool about, you know, even going in the used bookstores now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's really cool.
Have y'all been to the one here?
The book exchange.
Mm.
Yeah, it's been a long time
Yeah,
since
it's
I've been in
been
there.
probably
but
a decade.
I've never
since
been
I've
there.
in.
Yeah.
I went in. It was probably like a year ago or maybe 2 years ago, and they had a lot of Star Trek stuff actually.
What?
Yeah,
I
I
got
bought.
it.
It was,
Yeah,
There we go. There we
a
go.
lot
See you
of-
guys.
A lot
You
of,
just said the magic words.
I
gotta go.
It was a lot of older. a lot of
Engage.
Older, there's a lot of older Star Trek stuff and older Star Wars stuff like Timothy Zahn and all that sort of stuff.
Damn.
And they had, I mean,
I'll
had
go check that shit
a
out.
really nice fantasy section too. And it's so weird, you know. It's like you walk into different parts of the house because that's essentially just what that is.
It's an
the
old house.
and it's like you're in a. I don't know. It's awesome. I really liked it. You know, I don't
might
go
go
there
there.
enough. I was just saying to Michelle, I don't even go to the fucking library enough. You know, I know I can go. They have a graphic novel section. I can go check out books and read them. I just don't.
Yeah.
I just
I
don't.
think the last time I went to the library might have been whenever I was doing landscape during the summer during college, and we were installing the landscape at the library when it was being built.
Yeah, yeah. And apparently they have like a good enough selection.
Oh yeah, I think they've got a pretty substantial selection.
and that's a lot. I mean, we can just go and read those books, guys.
Yeah.
We don't have to buy them.
Yeah, but then we gotta learn the Dewey Decimal System again
Oh.
to find things.
That's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Why don't you just tell me the name of the book you're looking
It's in
for?
section D.25. Gotta get out of here.
Oh, near the exit door. Okay. Yeah.
Got the exit, got it.
Like, give me a landmark.
Y'all got the things with the newspaper, when the old timey newspaper clippings, or you slideshow it.
Where's the hall where the Ghostbusters lady walks down and the thing and the drawers keep sliding off?
Do I stack all the books in this aisle? Is this where I throw the ooze?
Good stuff, man. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a thing to try to go to the library more.
La biblioteca.
Yeah,
You get a library card,
I am, man. I'm pretty.
but
proud
real
of it,
cool
too.
dude.
Yeah. Did they put your picture on it? They don't put your picture on it, do they?
I don't think they have
Man,
that
I'm gonna put a
technology.
picture on mine.
I think they just cut like an index card in half and like write your name on it or some
Mine's gonna be
shit.
taped on there. I'm gonna make it work. When people ask for my ID, I'm gonna hand them my library card.
Yeah, laminated, son.
Sir, this is a library card. Yeah, I know it's still
My
identification.
picture's on there, asshole.
Yeah. Sarah's life card. Yes, it is.
I'm
Just say-
proud of my fucking library card.
You can be really
man.
dick with that too. Is that a library card? Yeah, good. You can read. Why don't you go to the library?
It just says McLovin.
It's one name. What name?
Hawaii?
You get a fake library card?
That's happening. That's the thing that's gonna happen.
Boy, forging library cards over here.
I'm gonna get my wife to work that out in Photoshop. This is happening. I'm doing it.
Dude, get
I'm
your
gonna
high
do-
school picture where you don't have any of this shit going on.
I'm gonna do it all Saved by the Bell style. You know, remember when they made the fake IDs? I don't know if it was Saved by the Bell. It was one of those teen shows, afternoon shows, where they made the
Where
big
they had the big
cardboard.
card and you just put your face in it?
Just take the picture.
And then you stab somebody and go to jail.
Whoa, that got dark.
Dustin Diamond, that son's in jail, son.
Oh.
Screech is
Ooh,
in
I was
jail.
about, man, that got morbid real quick.
Oh, he's on Saved by the Bell. That's how it works, right? You take the fake ID and then you go stab somebody.
Well, I'll do the
IRL.
fake ID.
In real life.
I'll do the fake ID, less stabby.
Yeah, don't do that part.
More fakey, less stabby.
Yeah.
That's just all the cast members. Screech. He's the one.
Screw
Right
that
after you
guy.
got done with that porn.
He's the one you had to watch out for.
I completely forgot about that. Thank you. All right, that wrapping it up for us.
I think so. About
Alibaba, do you have anything?
Have I not contributed enough today?
Have I not done enough? You people keep asking.
I have to go.
Take.
I have to go watch Star Trek. Okay.
All right, I think that'll wrap it up for us this week. Remember to subscribe to us on YouTube. Check us out on iTunes and Android and on our website for the podcast. Subscribe to it if you like it, and it'll pop up every week without you doing a darn thing. And hit us up on our website, www.thegeekyest.com, to see all of our archive stuff. You can listen to podcasts, old and new. Watch videos, mostly old because I haven't done or edited any of the new ones in about 2 weeks. So hold on for those. And follow us on Twitter at The Geekyest. Look us up on Facebook. We're everywhere that you want to be. It's kind of like MasterCard.
That's Visa.
One of those places.
Oh, and I forgot to mention next week. Science Sunday.
God damn it!
Time we do the show.
Just did the show right there. What the fuck? And then just cut the show off.